What's up, Metal Summoners? How are you guys doing? We are so super stoked to be back with you. We are here rocking out. We got myself. We've got the Psycho Steve, the real Psycho Steve. And we've got, of course, Angel Alamo back on your island of Misfit Toys. And we are looking forward to having another great evening with you guys. We did want to clarify real quick, though, that for anybody who didn't see our social media posts earlier today, unfortunately, due to a scheduling conflict, we will not be able to have Chris. We've already continued our communication with him to get him all set up for a follow-up episode in actually the very near future. We're just dotting some I's and crossing some T's. So unfortunately for all of our beloved Wasp fans, we won't have Chris Holmes this evening, but that's okay because we're all about lemons into lemonade. So we reached out to our good friend who we haven't talked to for a little while, but a TMS alumni that you are all familiar with as well. And we are going to be joined momentarily by the great and funny and just plain awesome Hal Sparks from Nerd Halen, from his comedy, and from a bunch of other stuff that he has done, that he does as well. 01, his band as well. Lots of fun things to talk about. So we look forward to being joined by Hal momentarily, and we're going to have a really great time when it comes to that. So first and foremost, we're just going to kind of get everything going a little bit and chat it up a little bit with the guys and how everything's been going on for them. But Steve, let's kick it over to you then, my beloved Psycho Steve. It is now 2024. It is January, but next month you have a cool thing going on. But what do you have going on next month, as well as anything that may be going on this month as well?
Well, okay. First of all, next month, the Cunyo brothers, Christopher and Gregory, are doing a fundraiser for the charity Deborah Lung and Heart. Last year they started it. They contacted the Chase calendar of events, and because they're all about horror music, horror movies, anything horror, they decided to do a holiday called I Heart Horror Day. So it's also it's the celebration of, what's his name? George Romero and Alice Cooper's birthday. They did it on last year. So this year they're doing it on February 10th, but still celebrating their birthdays. But anything you could think of horror, they're doing. So they had about 5 bands play: horror punk band, a horror rockabilly band, a hardcore horror band, and it was really a lot of fun. And they raised a pretty decent chunk of change for Deborah Lung and Heart. And like I said, it's a fundraiser for the charity because they are not 501c yet themselves. So that's why I have to call it that. Sure. And all of them are going to go to that amazing charity, and they're just really nice guys. They had one of the do you guys ever see Clerks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they had Ramon. I can't think of his real name. The guy that plays Ramon. I can't think. Brian something.
Brian O'Halloran.
Yes, there you go.
Dante.
Yes, Dante. All right, sorry. So he was the guest and everything, and they had like people that do horror movies, they do horror comics and stuff like that. And it was pretty awesome. And then they also had this guy who I got to know. His name's Aaron Epstein. He started his own, what's it called? Hot sauce company out of Staten Island. And he has the Trailer Park Boys hot sauce. And he's right now in the works of getting Elvira hot sauce, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so they asked me to MC it last year. And of course, I've known Chris and Gregory for a long time, and I think it'll be an awesome time to do it again because Chris is Charlie's godfather. No offense, Angel. But he asked me again to do it, and I said, "Hell, let's do it, yeah." So, and then also I'm bringing a company back over to them. mein3d.net has resurfaced. And they're going to be talking to me soon about making you 2 action figures of yourselves. So stay tuned, and there will be a Jay Oakley and an Angel Alamo action figure.
Yay!
Yeah,
I've always wanted to be an action figure that kicks ass.
Yes, you'll have the Kung Fu grip because we know how you grip things. So. And then I just, sorry to be the bad news to everybody, but Hal had a bit of a family hiccup with his kid. So it's just going to be the 3 of us shooting the shit. So
hey, that's all right. No worries. We're just kind of...
So here's your chance to ask us any questions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, family first. I mean, Steve, you're a dad. Nobody knows that more than you and stuff like that. And you know how much we love Hal.
Yes, and he will definitely understand. So, and he said you will come on, and then Chris and Kathy, Chris's wife and manager, said they will definitely want to come on and make it up to us. It just, like I said, scheduling conflict kind of sucked, but they said they will definitely make it up to us and also all the people that are fans of theirs, fans of ours, and go from there.
No, absolutely.
It's gonna be an awesome show.
Absolutely. You know, we'll make sure that Chris has a great time and everything. So it'll definitely be great there. Angel, let's kick it over to you, brother, because you look like you're back home safe and sound. But you and I had some fun last week.
Yes, we did indeed. We got the chance to host. It was an awesome rock show with Hate Grenade, Illusions of Grandeur, Silvertone. It was just an awesome freaking show.
Yeah.
Hold
Absolutely.
on 1 second.
No.
Brian, you do get to ask us questions, Brian. You do get to ask us who we murder and bring back from the dead and all that other stuff. Don't ask me to do the Mohawk. So yeah, that was an awesome show, and you know, one of the things we definitely want to put out is that look, we are available if you want us to host one of your record release parties, concerts, be a judge on Battle of the Bands, anything like that. Hit us up. It's all based on availability, if we're available, all that other stuff. I'm willing to travel. I can just speak for myself, but I'm willing to travel.
Absolutely, man.
All of you. On my own. Yeah. That's from the heart.
Absolutely. No, that was definitely a great show. You know, thank you so much to Teresa Lynn from Rebel Heart for putting that on. And, you know, we love us some Silver Tongue. We love us some Illusions of Grandeur and Hate Grenade. You know, we got to, again, thank Chuck for coming on the couple weeks prior, along with Speed, Maggie and Chris, CM, to have a great preview of that show going on and everything. So that was definitely a great time. Loved being up on stage, loved having some fun. And it was cool. You know, we had TMS merch. We had our merch table there, which was great. And all the other bands had all kinds of amazing stuff to look at and for fans to go shopping and stuff like that. And it was a cool little venue, a small little place called Tourist Inn in Hallam, Pennsylvania, which is basically York, Pennsylvania. But it was definitely very, very cool. You know, they take advantage of their marquee. They had Silver Tongue right up on the marquee. It was definitely a cool one, man. We definitely had a really good time when it came to that, for sure.
Silver Tongue is when they played a Brad event.
Yeah,
they did. They actually played.
They sure did. Yeah.
I always associate the band with the booty shorts. Sorry, guys. I love your music, but your merch. I always
you just love those get tongued booty shorts, don't you, bro?
He's wearing them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can see it on
OnlyFans.
You could go on Angel's OnlyFans and see him wearing them. There you go.
Absolutely, for sure.
Dude, I took a picture of me in the tub with the cowboy hat and all that stuff.
Yeah. Did you get that hat in Nashville?
No, I got that hat at the Halloween store.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I remember trying it on when we went to Nashville.
Yeah, that hat cost $340.
Holy crap!
Good price.
Is that a good price?
Nashville doesn't need $340 worth of my money for a cowboy hat. No,
that's a lot of money, though.
That's not going to be a thing.
When is your event again?
February. It's at right across the street from the Starland Ballroom.
It's February. I'm sorry.
February 10th. Journey Mill Road.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I could make it.
Cool. All right. Now
Jay's event, right? Because Jay's event is the 4th. No, the 3rd. Yours is the 10th.
Nope, 4th.
Okay.
You got
Jay's is the 4th. Steve's is the 10th. I would likely be at both of them.
Sweet.
Of
Cool.
course, the one on the 10th, of course, is down the street.
Right.
And I always love going to Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely cool. Well, this is right in this is also right in my backyard, brother, because there's motels and stuff all around this because this place is right. The venue for Fan Jam is right across the street from my place, which is just awesome. But it's definitely been a cool thing so far. They've announced a bunch of really fun names so far. I'm kind of waiting. Like we're gonna be there no matter what. It's gonna be great. I always have such a great time. I'm waiting for like that one announcement, like that heavy hitter that like I can really get behind. Like Megan and I went last year and we were super duper stoked to meet the Hardy Boys, which we did. But I was also really excited because the Headbangers were there because they were like that first like, rock and metal like tag team in the late WWF. So I was really stoked to get to meet those guys. And, like I was telling Steve, my table neighbor was ECW's Blue Meanie, and I had Eric Bischoff's table right across from me. It was very, very cool. But they've announced former WWF senior official Earl Hebner. They've announced the big draws are Matt Riddle, formerly of the WWE, as well as Nick Nemeth, who most people know as Dolph Ziggler. So those are kind of their big names at the moment for a good draw. But they have announced the total package Lex Luger for any old school wrestling fans. So the total package will be there. And they also just announced Rick Steiner from the Steiner Brothers, the dog-faced gremlin. It's going to be there. So that's going to be really, really cool because I've never met either of the Steiner brothers. So I think that's potentially cool. But I'm kind of waiting for like that person who I can like super get like jazzed for, like whether it's like my beloved Gangrel or if it's like I was a big fan of Vampiro, which doesn't shock anybody, but like somebody like that I think would be super cool, or Raven would be super duper awesome from like anybody who was into like ECW type stuff.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, man. So those are some peeps that I would definitely love to see because Gangrel recently appeared in MCW a few months ago, but it was at a show on a night I couldn't do that was like 2.5 hours from my house, and I was like, damn guys, you couldn't have booked Gangrel on a show that's across the street from my house. You had to stick him 2 hours away on a night I couldn't do. But overall, it's really, really good time. I mean, there's vendors, there's a lot of like, just great stuff, great time. They had like a dunk booth, like a Dunk the Wrestler booth where you like throw the ball and try to like knock them off the little platform and stuff, which was pretty fun to watch. Because it was also back in like June or July, and it was a hot one. It was a warm one. Like everything was fine during like the event, but at one point Megan and I went outside just to kind of check out the sights and see things for ourselves. And man, it was bright outside. It was hot. We were looking at each other like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna go back inside now. So this is not what we are prepared to fully do. So we're going to go back to our table for a little bit.
We got a question from Brian.
Oh no!
I'd like a confession from each of you. Just start each sentence with "I allegedly." A confession from all of us.
Christ!
I can go first if it makes y'all
feel
better. I allegedly had a mistress for Christmas in 2008. Good times.
Nice. Did you rhyme it like that on purpose? That was amazing.
That was really.
No, it's an AC/DC song.
Oh, fair
Mistress
enough.
for Christmas.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh,
AC/DC has a Christmas song. Remember? Well,
for sure. I haven't thought about that in forever.
Rumor has it back on tour.
I've heard that too.
That would be the last one, I think. I mean, AC/DC is old-fashioned where they do album tour. They don't really go out and do like a summer tour or anything like that.
Right. Well, they took a hiatus because you have to remember Brian Johnson's hearing went to crap.
They did.
And then Axl Rose took over, and then remember when Axl broke his leg? And then he was sitting while he was performing for them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brian, I'll have to get back to you on that whole allegedly thing. I have to.
Yeah, we're not blowing that one off. We're
No.
give us a second on that one.
Yeah, we don't want them to get in trouble.
So Steve, I got a question for you, bro.
Go for it.
Let's why don't you talk to me and Angel as well as the Metal Summoners, dude, about Kiss's last show, man. You were there.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought it was a great show to a certain extent because pyro.
You've got quite the history of many shows.
Yeah, and I thought it was
711.
disappointed.
12.
A couple things. The thing I was disappointed, I think they should have done, and this is just my personal opinion, that they should have showed like a 5-minute video clip at the end of the show thanking all the previous members and management from, Bill Aucoin spent countless amount of money the first 3 albums and almost went bankrupt, putting everything on his Amex to keep them afloat until they broke out and Kiss Alive 1 came, and then he finally started making some money, and then Destroyer, and then, pardon my pun, the rest is history. But they didn't thank them, didn't thank past members, from Vinny to Eric Carr to Mark St. John, and it would have been and then say all the special thanks to all of them, but also thank all of you, meaning the fans. They didn't do that. That was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Also, the set list was kind of mediocre. I was, I would wanted to see a little deeper track and everything, and also bring back the past members. What's the harm of bringing Ace and Peter? And Peter and Ace are still alive. Do a song each, Right. And then also I was supposed to get what's called a golden ticket. It looked like a embossed actual ticket to the show that they were handing out to all the fans that were there. It was like a way of saying thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people didn't get it. And also a lot of people are pissed off because they also paid for the pay-per-view, which was like $50 or something. And they were able to watch it live and then watch it again whenever they wanted to. So if you watched it live, you got to see Beth perform live. But then if you go back, Peter put a kibosh on it and said nope. And you weren't able to watch them do Beth live on the replay.
He can do that?
Yeah, he owns the rights to it and publishing and everything like that. He gave them permission to play it live, but then when he went to do it again, because he has the right to be a bit of a, pardon my expression in the language, dick,
Right.
But they could have brought Vinny in for Lick It Up. They could have brought Bruce Kulick on for Easy Nights or Tears Are Falling. They could have brought Ace on for like Shock Me, or have Gene Paul, Ace, and Peter just come out and do one song, just like when they did the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
They all done like 3 songs and put it behind them and everything like that, and that's it. But they didn't.
I will say, in Gene and Paul's defense, which isn't really so much as far as being in their defense, because it's not like they couldn't afford it anyway, but from what I had heard, Ace, for example, was asking for like a stupid amount of money to appear.
Of course, like over $1 million.
I heard it was something like 20 million.
It was about a little over $1 million. And he feels that he should have, because and so does Peter. They are the original members. They should have played. And I'm not saying full set together, but like 2-3 songs and call it the night. Do Beth with Peter. Do freaking Shout It Out Loud, even though I throw up every time I hear that song because I'm so over all night, and that's it.
Right.
No,
I'm definitely with you on that, because I saw them in Baltimore. They were great. I checked out the set list because there was one song for just me personally. It's always been one of my very favorite Kiss songs. I'd never seen them play it live. I'm sure you've seen them play it live, 50 million times, which is awesome just because of how long you've been able to see Kiss live. But I never got to hear them do Crazy Nights live, and I always wanted them to do that song live. And so I was a little just unfortunate that they didn't include that one. But I did think that the set list was a little weak. But I still thought it was great. It was still an amazing show. But yeah, everything I saw and had heard in response to the final show was it just was so robotic, just went through the motions and left the fans to a certain degree feeling a little dismissed.
Yeah, because they didn't even say thank you or anything. They bowed and that was it. Nothing.
So yeah, just treated it like any other show, except there are no more shows.
Right.
In theory. It's just so it was. It's a weird way to go out, because and don't get me wrong, I'm not just picking on Kiss. I was actually equally, if not more so, hard on Motley when they did their farewell tour, because while the three of us talked to John specifically about it, because I asked him outright about his thoughts on if he had been reached out for the farewell tour, had he. If he didn't, but would he have been into it? And Karabi said that, hey man, I don't need them. I would have politely declined anyway. But no, they didn't ask me. But my thing with Motley, for example, is I was like, guys, you rattled off the same set that you did throughout the tour. Fine. First of all, the fact of the matter is the fact that they took out Alice Cooper as their opening act was probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen a band do, let alone on their farewell tour, because Alice just buries everyone. But anyway, the fact is, I was like, they did so little to kind of acknowledge the past. And I understand, for example, with Randy Castillo no longer being with us, you're not going to be able to play like, Hell on High Heels with that lineup, because Randy isn't with us, but Samantha Maloney is.
Right.
And she was the one who toured on the Lewd, Crude, and Tattooed tour when Randy got sick.
Right.
So you could have brought out Samantha Maloney. If you came at John the correct way, I wouldn't be surprised if he might have done it. He says he wouldn't have, and that's cool. John's great. We love him. There's no reason to believe that he wouldn't have said no, because he's always been a straight shooter about everything. Yeah. But, if you came at him the right way, I'm sure he would have strongly considered Hooligans Holiday.
Absolutely.
And the one thing I also found to be incredibly strange is they literally wrote a song and released it, All Bad Things Must Come to an End, and didn't even play it. I was like, seriously? Like, that's a thing? Like, you literally wrote this song specifically for this farewell tour to a certain degree, and you couldn't fit it in anywhere. I understand that Home Sweet Home has kind of been the coup de grace song, but I was like, you couldn't have stuck that thing in anywhere? Even that felt a little anticlimactic. And I think it's a little bit of those decisions that added to a little bit of the karma as to why Tommy Lee's rig didn't work when he tried to do his roller coaster for the final show.
Right.
Guys,
Motley Crue as well, because I've been a Crue fan since, I don't know, first album. Mm-hmm. I've seen them almost every single tour, and
wow, just saw where I was here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, buddy?
Happy New Year.
Hold on a second. I cannot hear. Let me, I may need to log off and log back in with my computer so I can hear. Give me just a minute.
All good. Go ahead, Steve.
From the guys. I just feel that the whole Mick Mars thing got shattered. It's like so many. I get very frustrated when I see all these bands that are like, play together for so many years together, and then of course one band member gets in a fight with the other. They talk crap about each other, and you see it all over Metal Sludge, and you see it all over Blabbermouth. you know, about, you know, Sebastian has to get over it.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, I'm sorry, you know,
No,
Sebastian's
it's true. It needs
his
to be
role.
said. Go ahead.
It's so played out. You know, he's just like, oh, we can play together, but guess what? They don't want to play with you. Move on. You know, just move on. Take the experience that you had with them as the best experience you ever had, and go out and do the great album that you just did with Todd Kearns, because that new single that he came out with is pretty solid. You know,
Yeah.
Ace, get over it. Your 10,000 Volts album sounds great. Thanks to Steve Brown and Matt Starr and whoever else you had on the album with you. And just go out and do that. Let Peter live his final years in Jersey with his wife. They celebrate 25 years married just the other day and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, so what do you think? Do you think they're done? I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I think if Eric and Bruce and Gene want to do something, that'd be pretty cool. I think Paul should call it and hang it up. You know, his voice wasn't it's not as good as it was. And, you
Yeah.
know, and I can say that, and I'm not trying to disrespect the man, because look, he is one of my favorite frontmen. He is in my favorite band, but he's not what he was, and that's it. Same thing with members of Queensryche. There's still shit going on with that. You know, with Scott Rockenfield and stuff like that. I try to reach out to him because I loosely have him as a friend on Facebook. This, you know, to talk about it, to say, you know, because you know people. Oh, Chris DeGarmo. I said Chris is happy flying planes. Let him just do his thing. Jeff Tate's happy doing his solos.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Portnoy just rejoined Dream Theater.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which hopefully they'll do something with it. I hope they tour, you know, and play their first two albums that he was on, or that, you know, James LaBrie was on, because those are, I think, my favorite two albums by them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, good 2.5 hour show right there. Those
Right.
two, you know, but you know, whatever. Gene's gonna go probably do his solo band again, probably with new members, or he might try to recruit Ace's bandmates again, like Ryan and Matt, whoever. And it's not like it would be hard for him to find people to play with him, you know. So I just think, you know, and the whole LA Guns thing, them fighting before Steve passed away. And I read something that was really sad to me when it came to LA Guns, when Phil Lewis, Tracy Guns, Vic Cripps, and what's his name? Can't think, who am I missing? And Steve Riley.
Mm-hmm.
And who else? I'm missing one guy. I can't think of his name right now. He'll come to me. I'll probably remember at 3:00 in the morning. I'll text you guys. That they all played together, but they never really hung out together.
Yeah.
Phil, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Phil said it's really sad that it ended the way it did, and they never had dinner together besides when they were touring. Like the three of us, we hung out together besides here.
Yeah. We had dinner on Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really sad. And then Steve Riley passed away, and they can't have closure. And it's kind of sad. You know, I had the conversation with Steve Riley about it at M3 backstage like 3 years ago. I was like, dude, stop. You made how many albums together? You toured how long? How many millions of albums did you sell? And you guys are supposed to be thicker than thieves. You call each other brothers because you had a couple arguments, and now you're slandering each other on Instagram and Facebook. Come on, grow up.
Yeah.
So that's all. We'll see
No,
what happens.
it's definitely a weird thing. And that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of bands need to take a look at themselves and just, you know, ask themselves if it's really worth it. Like, to have these continued issues with other people, and you know, if is a reunion like really dead, you know? Like we were just talking about Skid Row. I just don't think when it comes to Skid Row, I just don't think it's necessary anymore.
Right.
With all the momentum behind Eric, at least in theory, because I'm starting to get a little worried about Eric. You know, so I hopefully that Eric's been taking care of himself.
Right.
Because he's such a young, amazing singer, but even they've had a situation with some canceled stuff lately. So, you know, I worry a little bit about Eric, but as far as I know, everything still seems okay. But I don't really know if that one's like really that, you know, necessary. But, you know, if the opportunity presented itself for some more, you know, for something with Queensryche, with Jeff, you know.
But
well,
now he apologized. They're fine now. They're civil. But they're doing great with Todd.
Right.
Why fix it? It's not broken.
No, exactly. There's definitely stuff that's exactly like that. It's like, is it necessary? Is it, you know, does it have to be a thing? You know, I personally wouldn't. I mean, everything seems very solid in the Wasp camp, for example, but I wouldn't hate for the opportunity to see Chris back with Wasp for a while.
That'd be awesome.
I think that would be sick.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, even the tour or residency.
Yeah. And he seems very comfortable and really digging what he does with the, you know, the Chris Holmes Mean Man band and stuff. You know, he's happy. He's in France. Like, you know, it's all good when it comes to that kind of stuff. But that's, for example, one of those things. Like I've seen Wasp a few times now, and you know, it's weird not seeing Chris up there. And I never got to see them with Chris anyway, so I'm kind of rooting for something like that. But at the same time, I do get it.
Right.
So it's all good when it comes to that. But so how about this for a new topic? And Angel, why don't you take it away from this? Let's talk a little bit about M3.
Sure. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna bring in our good friend Blevins.
Blevins.
I just invited him. I invited him just to talk about the new song, and you know, he's like a brother.
Of course.
So.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go.
There he is.
Just damn.
Kind of dark. I look like shit today. I'm going for chemo Friday, so I don't give a damn what I look like.
You're good, buddy. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all good.
You look better than
Awesome, man.
I was on my phone and for some reason the volume wasn't working. So, but yeah, to throw something in on what y'all were just talking about, the only thing that I can see good about some of these bands not getting back together is, you know, Queensryche. You know, here's the thing: if they're playing a place that pays, you know, BMI, whatever that other damn place is, and shit like that, and you're playing and they're playing, you're getting double the royalties.
True.
You know, I mean, that's the only good thing I see about it. But there's a lot of bands that I don't want to go see because of the fact that it's not original. Don't get me wrong, I like the Skid Row stuff, but I mean, I'm not going to go watch Skid Row because it didn't have Sebastian Bach, but I'm not going to go watch Sebastian Bach because his voice is about damn shot. It's like Rat, you know. There's a lot of them out there, man. I love Stephen Pearcy. Rat's one of my favorite bands in the whole fucking world, but it's going to be hard to go, man. You know?
Yeah, he's playing Baltimore in 2 weeks, brother, and I'm still going to be there.
I know, and I would too. The only bad thing is they just played here a couple of nights ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and of course I couldn't make it because of, you know, prior obligations. But yeah, I know.
It's all good, though, but it's also because you got to keep in mind too that his guitar player Eric is my homie, so I'm gonna want to go and support my buddy and.
Oh, okay, cool. Heck yeah.
Eric and I have been tight for a long time.
Yeah, it sucks that nobody's not the same anymore. You know, not everybody can be like Kicks and Junkyard. Hey, Junkyard's coming close to you, aren't they?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude. Closest they're coming to me is Philadelphia, and I'm like, God, that's 8 hours. Do I want to fucking drive 8 hours to go see Junkyard? Yeah, but I don't know if I can. It's on a Sunday night, so I don't know if I can do it or not.
Right. No, I definitely have it on my calendar. I just have to see if it's something that I'm going to be able to do for sure. But Blevins, it's also a great time for you to jump into the conversation. I'm going to kick it back to Angel to start this segment off, but we were just getting ready to talk about M3.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Hey, I want to play
that-
M3. I just want to throw that in there one day. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead, Angel.
I want to get before we discuss that. I want to get reckless. And
You wanna
get what?
You know what I mean?
Oh, Reckless.
Reckless.
Yes, yeah, the brand new song.
That's cool.
It's acoustic. It's got some percussion stuff in it. It's got bass in it. It's not the band. It's just me. Guy that recorded it with Bill at Manhound Sound. Damn, that's a word. He played bass on it, and actually we both played bass on the song. And then I played all the guitar stuff and sang, and then he did some of the percussion stuff. I did some of it. So yeah, really cool. It's a song about I wasn't sure where I was going with it at first. It's kind of it's a time sequence song. It starts off about going to parties, having fun is like most of the shit I write, and drinking and smoking and all that good shit. And then it turns into where life can change in the blink of an eye. And met my wife, and I met my future wife at the time. And God, we've been married 23 years now. 23 years and 10 days. So January 13th is our wedding anniversary. So
congratulations on that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So the song's out on Spotify and all the other, I guess all the other platforms. I wanted to put it out
about the price.
Yeah. Hold on a second, real quick before you say that. I wanted to put it out just on. I talked to my label. He was fine with it, but I talked to some other people in the industry, and they told me put it out everywhere. I wanted to put it on just download and not streaming to say, fuck you, CEO motherfucker at Spotify who's making $5 billion and all this shit. I know my $20 a fucking year is not going to hurt him, but fuck him for fucking all these damn, artists and shit. And I wish everybody would get behind me. I know it's not going to fucking happen, but you know what? It was better when motherfuckers were stealing your fucking shit and you didn't have streaming, because you still sold fucking albums, you still sold CDs, you still sold fucking singles. Sorry, I'm pissed the fuck off right now. So
you should be. I mean,
what? I mean, do y'all get it?
I want to invite him. I want to invite him to that wrestling event at Body Slam.
hey, Jay's got some wrestling shit going on. Let's bring him in. Come on, put him in the fucking ring. Let's kick his ass. But
kick whose ass?
The motherfucker that
President of Spotify.
Yeah, the dude is CEO of Spotify or whatever the fuck it is. But and it's not just it's iTunes, it's every damn body. I think your biggest money you're making is Tidal or Deezer. I can't remember which one, but one of those is paying the most. But it's still not worth it, To be honest with you, I have made way more money selling CDs at shows than I ever have on fucking. I'm on DistroKid and it sends it out to 40 plus. And yeah, it has there's way more people that'll reach, but how do you reach them? Get on playlists. Well, there's too many fucking dickheads with playlists that won't put you on theirs because.
All right, well,
I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to step down off my soapbox now.
No, but here's a good roundtable discussion. What if classic rock stations start playing more new music? Because a band like Aerosmith, what's the point of them making a new record if classic rock or any radio station is just going to play the classic songs? It's like they don't want to play the new music. think about it. Extreme came out, kick-ass album. Winger, kick-ass album. Go to classic radio, and they're just playing the classics.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. In 1980 something, I forget where. In 1984, I was listening to classic Leonard Skinner on Z106 FM, and today you still hear the same fucking classic Z. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Skinner freak, but damn, dude, I mean, shit. You know, it's AC/DC, TNT. How many fucking times can you hear that song on the radio?
Well, also at the same time, that's kind of the thing when it comes to these classic rock stations as well, is like, yeah, they're classic rock right now with Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner and stuff like that, but that's also 50 years ago.
Yeah, no shit. I was just picking that
it's
out.
2024. In 2034, are you still going to be playing Led Zeppelin and Skinner? Expecting that to still be your classic rock, whereas why aren't you playing? Well, like we were talking about it, earlier. What about a band like, Soundgarden or Alice in Chains? That's
Nirvana.
Nirvana. That's a 90s band. And I know that we all have our reservations when it comes to grunge and stuff like that, but I'm simply using them as an example. They're 30 years past Led Zeppelin, 20 years past Led Zeppelin. And now, they're 30 years into their
classic rock
careers. So our not record labels, our radio station's going to start updating their own stuff where, yeah, you're still going to get Zeppelin and Aerosmith and Skinner, but where you might get a song from those guys every, 20 minutes now, are they going to start fixing it to where you're getting those songs every 3 hours?
Yeah.
Because now they're playing Black Hole Sun. Now they're playing Smells Like Teen Spirit. Now they're even maybe playing some of those indie rock bands that were really big in the 90s, bands like Third Eye Blind and stuff like that. Like, are they going to start following up, Sweet Home Alabama with Semi-Charmed Life?
Green Day, Dookie, that album is 30 fucking years now.
Absolutely.
I mean, shit, dude.
Those albums, wow.
Is that not fucking insane?
Yeah, Dookie came out in 1994.
Exactly.
I remember everything about Green Day. I love Green Day. I still love Green Day to this day.
That first album was just freaking a game changer.
Yeah. So I mean,
have you ever been to M3, Levin? I'm sorry.
No, I haven't. It's so damn far. What is it, like a 13-hour drive for me or some shit like that? No, wait a minute. Washington, D.C. is like 9 or 10. So however far from there.
It's not much farther past there, but yeah, probably 20
another hour or 2
minutes or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, not bad. Because I don't fly. I'd have to get really high, or you'd have to fucking dope me like fucking Mr. T. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Clubber.
Huh?
B.A. Baracus.
B.A. Baracus, that's right, yeah. To get me on a damn plane. So, but if I had to, I will, So, but yeah, no, that would be awesome. Actually,
I'm curious about the lineup.
Do I now?
Not the lineup. What do you think about the lineup?
I haven't even looked. I'm so caught up in shit right now. I don't even know who's coming here pretty much anytime soon. So I do know that G4L, the record label I'm on, is going to do another cancer benefit show. He's trying to build it into a big thing and to do all over the U.S., but he's doing another one out in L.A. in probably March, and I'll be going and playing there. So
nice. Well, Blevins, I got you covered here, brother. So M3, it's gone down to a 2-day festival, which I think is the best thing that they could do. I just think it's a proper way to do a festival like that wants and is trying to bring in some new stuff, but really haven't made that a main focus. yet.
Right.
So I personally was thinking that the 3-day thing was really starting to bog them down a little bit. So I like the fact they reverted it back to a 2-day festival, because it was 2 days for many years. Then it went to 3, and it originally was a 1-day. But anyway, on Saturday, your headliner's Queensryche, but they've got Stephen Pearcy, Last in Line, which was like, Dio's original.
Yeah.
Basically. Quiet Riot, Lynch Mob, Doro, Auto Nova,
Is
Child.
that Dora Pesh?
Doro Pesh, yep.
Ah, nice. Awesome.
Aldo Nova, Child's Play, Van Halen. So there's your Saturday lineup. And then on Sunday, your headliner is Bret Michaels with Dee Snider.
Oh,
You've
wow.
got Night Ranger, Striper, Y&T, Faster Pussycat, Cold Sweat, My Beloved Pretty Boy Floyd, and Sundogs.
Sundogs.
Bob Pears.
That must be something newer. Is it?
It's Bob Parr and
Like Mark Shanker's band.
thank you. Yeah, Mark Shanker from Kicks. It's their Rush project.
Mark Schenker. Any kin to Rudolph and Michael?
No relation. Very
Okay.
American.
Ah, okay. All right.
He's been
Very cool.
the bass player with Kicks ever since Donnie Purnell left.
Okay. All right. I've as far as Kicks, I love Kicks, but the only two I really knew anything of is the lead singer. Can't never remember his name, but of course Brian,
Steve
Damage.
White.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, it sounds like a cool lineup. Met the guys in Striper before. And Michael's a sweetheart. Oz Fox is one of the coolest, down to earth, loving, tech talking dudes. Love him. He is so awesome. Robert's a dick. He just treated me like I was a fucking piece. But that's, he might have had a bad day. I'm not going to say much.
Who was playing bass when you met them? Was it Perry or was it Tim?
It was Perry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Big old redheaded dude. Firehouse, wasn't it? Wasn't he from Firehouse?
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, he went from Firehouse to Chet Atkins.
Really?
Yeah, he did a lot of country, and then he went back to rock.
Okay.
Show here.
Well, I know we got next year. I know one show for sure. Warrant. I just went totally freaking blank. Firehouse and Bullet Boys. So that'll be nice.
We need to get a member of Firehouse on the show. We haven't had anyone on Firehouse.
I've been freaking trying.
I'm gonna reach out to them.
Yeah, what's his name? Solo? Not Solo. Lead singer?
CJ
Snare.
CJ.
Snare. I knew it was an S. Chemo Brain. I can't remember shit.
Yeah, he and I are friends on Facebook, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Might be able to.
And with Chris Green, the former guitarist at Taikedo, they're called Rubicon Cross. They came out very, very good.
Okay. So what happened with Chris? I fucking love Chris Holmes, man. God dang, I wish that would have happened.
Oh,
Timing.
to be honest, we weren't very clear on the time change.
Right, the time zone was Francis.
Gotcha.
They live in France.
Okay.
Which would be 3 a.m. for them to be on here.
Oh shit. Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, that's crazy.
So
But we
I get
it again, and he will be attending. I spoke to him.
Yeah.
And he really was upset about it. Hey, things happen. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm old.
We will have him.
He's like, I can't do the 3 a.m. anymore. I'm old. I was like,
yeah, no doubt. And what, throat cancer? I
Yeah.
guess he's in remission right now. I hope so.
so.
Yeah, it is 4 a.m. in La France.
yeah.
Oh, question for y'all. I know y'all have had John on a few times and stuff, Karabi. And of course, I was out on the road with him this summer.
Mhm.
Great time. Fucking loved it. It was awesome. And I just found, I forgot he had told me he did one, but he has done some tribute albums, sang on some tribute albums that just were released in 23 and 24. One is Def Leppard.
Yep.
One is Led Zeppelin, and the other one, damn, I was just looking at that, and I can't remember now. But him, and Bruce Kulick did one for somebody. Shit. Oh well, I'll have to look that back up. But so yeah, I put all those on my wish list to get the albums. So.
Rock and Gulick and Jamie Hunton and I can't think of, and Brent Fence.
Oh, okay. Okay. It just had them listed, Kulick and
Right.
and John.
We
So,
hope Bruce does it.
but Janie Lane's on. I think actually all three of those albums doing songs. So
Nice.
John does "Born to Be My Baby," or was that Janie? I can't remember. I'm like, damn, that's
I
gonna
can't
be
see John
fucking
doing
weird.
Born
I
to Be
cannot
My
see
Baby.
John. No, it must be a different song, man. But
Wow.
No.
well, cool, man. Well, how y'all been doing? Did y'all have a good New Year and Christmas and all that good stuff?
Yeah, it's quiet.
Nice and chill.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
mine was
True
quiet
story.
too.
All right, true
Mhm.
story. I spent Christmas with Steve. Yeah, we watched
Oh,
the
really?
movie, so,
Yeah, he came over.
Oh, well, there you go.
It was cool.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Um,
we saw Aquaman. I stuck in a Pepsi, so I
Huh.
did not want to pay $7.
Danger guy. Danger.
Yeah.
I was not paying $7 for
Living on the edge. Yeah, no shit. That's like what, $10 for a drink and 20 for a popcorn, some shit like that.
$7 for it. In the wintertime, you could bring your coat, sneak in the popcorn, soda.
Wintertime. I do it all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and Junkyard's coming to New York too. So I don't know. I know you're not too far from there.
True.
So
Nope.
Angel. So
No,
how about you,
I'm
Steve?
like,
Yeah, I've got a little bit left in that
Steve is
bottle.
10 minutes from me.
Thanks, baby.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah. I can't wait. I hope they can.
Is it the original lineup or?
Well, it's the same lineup that has been with them for the longest time. Now, of course, Chris won't be there, but Jimmy, damn it, Jimmy will be there.
Okay.
And Tim and Todd and oh hell, the bass player. That's Todd, right?
Todd.
Brothers.
Huh?
Todd Musket.
Todd, yeah, damn it. Yeah, because that's what's his name's brother.
Yeah, Brent.
Brent, yeah, damn it. Too much shit to remember, man. How do y'all do it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Y'all are a little bit younger than me. Not much.
How old,
A little bit, maybe. Do what?
how old are you?
I'll be 54 in May.
Okay, I'll be 50 in June. So
Oh, yeah. Just a
Yes,
day or two.
You can get discounts for AARP. Pretty
Shut
soon.
the fuck up. I already did that like 2 years ago.
What? I'm looking forward to that.
I had. It doesn't do shit. You get discounts at hotels and stuff, but they're not great. I mean, for the most part, I think every time I tried to get a hotel using my AARP, I could get it cheaper online or actually through the damn hotel. So yes, it's ridiculous.
I might be older, but Angel, I'll still be able to kick your ass. That's all.
That is true, and you get more head.
Sure.
That is true.
Okay, I don't need to know anymore. But cool, man. But yeah, the new song's out. Like I said, it's called Reckless. It's RECKLESS.
Mhm.
And of course, it's under 13 South, but I guess it'll always be. But it is a solo song. I guess if I ever get a band back together, we'll be playing it.
Can we talk about the 69 cents? I was just curious about that.
It's funny. Well, I didn't do it for any reason except for the fact that the place I'm using, I use TunePort, and they've been out. Their site has been down for like 2 weeks, and they keep saying, "Oh, we're working on it." Yeah, well, kiss my ass. I paid for it. I want my shit back up. But they have 99 cents and 69 cents, and I was like, I'm not worth 99 cents. I'm only worth 69, so I'll just use that. So there was no elaborate plan for the 69. You be 6 and I be 9.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that's why you did it. I was like, that is so cool. What a cool number.
No, damn it, I'm out of the glam shit, man. I mean, we had a band in Mississippi, a local band that sang a song called "I'll Be 6, You Be 9." But yeah, true stuff. Can't make that shit up. And I think their name was called Rocket.
Oh,
1984. Yeah, something like that. 84, 85, somewhere around there. So
do you kind of prefer this format of putting out singles where you're focusing on one song?
No, I would rather put out an album. Can't afford to go in the studio and do an album. Don't have a band. I'd have to pay, I'd have to hire musicians and shit like that. The only reason I got this one song done was because he's a buddy of mine, and he owns a little home studio. We went in and bam, got it done. And it sounds, he did a great job. I mean, he's a really good engineer and good at mixing and mastering, but it's an acoustic song. It's only about 12, 15 tracks. So, I mean, it's not like it's that hard, it's not like it's a huge production or anything like that, but he had great ideas, and we added a lot of stuff on there. Have you heard it yet, Angel?
No, I haven't heard it yet.
What?
I did get it.
Come on now.
At least I was honest.
Hey, that's all right. Both of y'all, when you can, if you got iTunes or Spotify or whatever, go and stream it. So.
I was just fascinated.
Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'll send it to y'all on Facebook through Messenger. I don't know if you can download it from there or not, but I can upload it and send it to y'all through Messenger. So, so you at least get to hear it, listen to it. So, but like I said, when Napster was around, man, it was so much better. People still got paid. People still sold stuff, even though people were stealing their stuff and giving it to somebody else. Now, it's just like it's stolen and you don't get shit.
So,
I don't know.
Here's a good question.
It's not really stolen. We're actually giving it away. We're dumbasses, but it's a catch-22. It's the evil. It's the nature of the fucking beast. It's dog eat dog out there, man.
Yeah.
Warrant was right when they came out with that album.
Or the band when they came out with their name.
Yeah, there you go. So, quick question. What do you think about Skid Row redoing the first album with the new guy?
I hate it.
Like as far as a release goes?
Yeah, they're going to re-record it with the new singer. I've been reading about that. Which you can't believe everything you read on the fucking internet.
Right.
Blah, blah,
It's,
but that's what I've
doesn't
read
make
and some things I've seen, and I'm just like, how the because Rachel Bolan says that they own everything. 90% of it was written before Sebastian ever came into the band.
That is true, though.
Yeah, I can understand. I can see that. But oh my God, man, I don't know how. Because this kid's got a great voice, but his tone is not the fucking same.
Me personally, I loved me some Solinger, man. I was a big fan of the late Johnny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I gotta tell you, I saw Skid Row live with Tony Harnell on vocals, and that
was the closest tone.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah, never saw it live, but I've seen videos.
I even told Tony that when we had him on the show. We didn't discuss Skid Row live, but I did tell him off the air. I was like, "Hey, look, man, I don't want to get into whatever the situation is. That's strictly between you guys and no business of mine. But I did see you with Skid Row, and holy fuck, dude, you killed it. It was so good. And he was awesome, man. He was really cool. He was really receptive to that. He didn't shrug it off or anything. But so when I heard, I was all about him being the guy. With that. So I was personally sad when it took a turn for the worst or whatever the fuck happened there. That definitely bummed me out because I was down for the cause, man. I was like, this is amazing. I still looked at it the same way that I looked at Jizzy Pearl's original stint in Quiet Riot, where I didn't expect it to last forever, nor did it last forever. Because I'm like, the fact of the matter is Jizzy's not a hired gun. He's not a cover band. He's not a cover singer. He's not a cover band guy. Right. And I don't see him sticking around for endless years with Quiet Riot. And subsequently, that is what happened. He finished out the year, and that's what opened up the door for James Durbin. But you know, I love him back in the band personally. I love James Durbin. Don't get me wrong. I don't do American Idol. Frankly, in my opinion, fuck that show. But I will say I do love. Here's the thing. Here's my mini soapbox for it because I can make it a huge soapbox. But here's my mini version. I'm all for anything that allows someone to be able to make it in music, especially singers. I prefer and I don't watch any of these shows for the record, but I'm more into a show like The Voice, where the whole purpose of the show is that you don't know what this person looks like or anything. You're going strictly off of that. My issue with American Idol is actually incredibly simple. I casually was aware of it the first few years. When I would hear about a person, I still never watched the show, but then I would pay attention to that name. I liked Kelly Clarkson. I liked Chris Daughtry. I loved Adam Lambert, and I loved James Durbin. Finding out about this young, like, metalhead singer who was performing with Zach Wilde and Rob Halford, awesome. But I wanted to give the show a fighting chance one time years ago. So I watched that whole, like, season debut, new season, opening show fucking fuckery that they do. And it was embarrassing, in my opinion, because this is what a show, in my opinion, this is what a show like that should be. You know, here's the people that should sing. Hey, this person has a gospel background and really caught the judges off guard and was fantastic. This, you know, lady came, you know, was from the country, raised up on a farm and absolutely knocked their socks off. You know, this guy was, you know, he's a tenor style singer, and the judges never knew what hit them. And then there was this guy. I don't mind something like that. I don't mind them using the people that, frankly, we all know shouldn't be there as a little bit of comic relief to break it up. But easily 65, the percentage wise was 65 to 35, 70 to 30% bad singers that they were making fun of and stuff on this show that's supposed to be about opportunities for people to make it in music or be noticed as real singers. And oh my God, it really pissed me off. But anyway, love James Durbin, thought that he was fantastic. But anyway, bringing that kind of like back around when it comes to like the singing thing, I didn't expect Tony Harnell to stay there forever, but I wasn't expecting it to go to absolute shit like it did after like 3 months. And it got really ugly pretty fast. And but even that was a little strange when they re-recorded and released 18 to Life. That was with Tony. And I thought it was cool. It was a great version, but it was weird. So I'm not personally for it.
I'm not either. And I'm not sure why. I mean,
why it's even a discussion?
Well, I'd much rather see Skid Row in the studio working on a new record instead of wasting money on studio time re-recording this song, unless they want to do what Journey did, which was when they had Ornell do the classic album, and then they had the new record, and they kind of packaged it together.
It's a double album. Yeah.
Yep. Unless they're trying to go for that angle.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Which is the only way that financially would make sense. Oh, here's the new Skid Row album. Oh, and you also get the first record with the new
Package it together.
vocals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only way something like that would make sense. But
I
people don't want to hear it. They don't want to buy it. I think people love the product that came out 35 years ago.
Was it 35?
It's gonna. The funny thing is, in my opinion, though, I think it's gonna sell, and I think it's gonna sell well.
Yeah.
Because Eric really. So when Skid Row played M3 a couple years ago with Eric, I've never seen a reaction like that. So I came out of the backstage because I wanted to see these guys just like anybody else. So when it was time for Skid Row, I came out of the back and I was down on the ground watching the set. All of a sudden, I was surrounded by all the other bands that played M3. Like everybody was out. I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen all these other established bands, new or old, be so invested in what they were watching.
Yeah.
And Eric truly was amazing. I can't, I can't knock anything about it. He's a sweetheart. Everything I've ever heard about his fan interaction is fantastic. So it was a very, very cool thing there. But I was like, it really definitely floored me how invested the rest of the bands got behind that. But I mean, with the recording of this album, am I curious? To be honest, yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Do I think it's a little pointless? Yeah. Do I find it to be disrespectful? Actually, quite a bit. Yeah. And it's because the fact of the matter is you don't see that often. I'm not talking about live albums because you kind of can't do a live album with a new singer without tackling old material.
Yeah. Right.
Full on just committing to a full re-recording aren't really things that happen very often. They definitely exist. There's definitely examples out there. And I mean, look, whatever gets you hard, I guess, whatever gets you rock soft, man. But I would much rather be curious in seeing Eric's real chemistry with the guys as far as writing Skid Row songs that fit in a Skid Row set.
Yeah, because you have to remember, this would be the first record where he's from start to finish, because the last album was done with the old singer.
Yeah, the last album was done with it was an album I think that was supposed to be done with Solinger, but I think they ended up doing it with ZK or JZ or whatever that guy's initials were.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I liked him. I did like him. I
loved him. To me, he was rock star.
I hated the initial hire. Coming off of Tony Harnell, I was like, wait, did they really hire the fucking singer from Dragon Force of all bands? How stupid can a motherfucker be? Then I saw them at M3 and I was like, okay, fair enough. Because he definitely had a swagger about him. He definitely had the pipes for that kind of material, but it was just still strange to me. And then, and then it just, whatever happened is whatever happened. Do I think that Eric fits the band? I absolutely do. Do I think it's still a little strange that, he's half the age of his band? Absolutely. But do I think he's a proper professional? 100%. I felt that same way about James Durbin and Quiet Riot. And I saw James Durbin with Quiet Riot a few times, and he was always great. So I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to wait and see with that. But I think I would really have just preferred it being kind of a combination of like maybe the first 2 albums as like a EP. If you really had to do it and you really felt passionate enough about the project, well then fine. Give me Big Guns, give me Youth Gone Wild, give me Slave to the Grind, give me I Remember You, and then I don't know, throw in something kooky if you want. I don't. If you want, throw off something off of like Thick Skin if you want. Do something like that.
If I can find it, I've recorded an acoustic version of me doing I Remember You.
Nice.
I'll have to send it to y'all.
Yeah, man.
If I can find it. Now, of course, I'm no Sebastian, but
oh, right on, Kyle. That's awesome that you were at M3 when Skid Row was playing with Eric. I just read that in one of our comments. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was definitely a magical moment. This magic moment. It really was it was very, very interesting. I'd never seen anything like that before. But that's honestly something that I think I would rather get is give me the popular cuts if you feel you have to do that, then completely erasing without erasing the original Skid Row album, because that's not only kind of disrespectful to Sebastian, that's kind of disrespectful to Rob Affuso as well.
I kind of see where they're coming from, and I think it's a money thing, because who's going to buy the new Skid Row with a new singer? Oh, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, exactly.
I know what you're saying, dude. I'm just being a dick.
Oh, no. I mean, I get it. And yeah, I probably would too. But there's more people, I think, that would probably buy the old album just to hear what the new singer sounds like singing the old stuff. Yeah. Because they've heard it. It's something. Safe is better than new in a lot of people's eyes. And that's one thing that's wrong with this damn industry. Not the industry, but the people that buy music,
Yeah, no, 100% for sure.
If the radio got behind it and fucking played the shit out of it, then yeah, it'd probably sell pretty damn decent, Yeah.
But, no, definitely.
Decent nowadays is what, 600,000 copies, maybe.
Right.
But then no, that's not even decent. That's fucking amazing, I think.
Yeah. No, definitely for sure. Thanks so much, Ryan. Thank you for tuning in, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, when it comes to tattoos, there's a lot of them, man. So I know you can see a bunch of them peeking, but you and I both know how much you love Ouija boards like I do. So there you go, brother. So that one's for you, Ryan.
Did I see a post that you had 2 of them in the refrigerator? What was
that?
Yeah,
I couldn't help myself with that. So I was reworking my fridge, and I like me and Megan are we like these like small sodas, where you can get the regular like handheld like 20-ounce ones. Right. They sell these little 8-packs of like these kind of like mini soda bottles.
Oh, bottle. Okay,
I know bottles, not cans. Cans, it wouldn't be as much fun. Oh, thanks, babe. But yeah, these like little mini soda bottles. But our refrigerator is basically similar to most people's refrigerators, where the shelves are those thin bars, so they don't really sit very well. So I put 2 Ouija boards as the on the shelves of my fridge, and use them to hold the bottles upright.
Yeah,
and put it out on Facebook because I'm just fucking dumb like that.
Nah.
But yeah, I couldn't help myself. So because they're everywhere else in the house, so I figured why not put them in the fridge too.
Yeah. Sorry, I get coughing fits every once in a while.
No, you're good, bud. You're good. But yeah, go Metal Summoners, it's about that time. We want to let everybody kind of enjoy their evening and stuff like that, and everybody rest up. But we definitely appreciate you guys showing Blevins a lot of love for popping in and rocking out with us for a little bit.
Thank you. Always enjoy it.
And again, we do apologize for losing not only Chris but also Hal on very short notice. So we appreciate you guys being super duper supportive of that. But Hal had a situation with his child. And the bottom line is family first, and we're always going to support that. So we'll definitely get Hal back on, and we are getting everything with Chris fixed back up, and we will definitely have a Wasp Chris Holmes episode for you guys to enjoy. So I definitely appreciate you guys. But any topics that you guys want me, Angel, and Blevins to discuss, we're happy to talk it up a little bit about whatever's on your mind, music or movies wise, or just anything fun like that. But we appreciate it, Metal Summoners. We're going to rock out for a few minutes longer, and then we're going to cut everybody loose. But Angel, let's kick it back to you for a little bit, man. So what do you want to talk about?
Let me see. Wow. New music.
Yeah.
We got the new song from Blevins, Reckless, which I'm definitely looking forward to hearing.
We're coming up on new Kick and Valentina.
Yes,
really?
which we're going to be hosting. Yeah, we're going to be hosting the record release party.
Oh, no shit.
Down in Georgia in August, sometime in April. We're not sure when, but when the date happen, just know that.
Let me know, because I'm only 6 hours from Atlanta, and I have to go to Mississippi for my niece's wedding in April. But yeah, keep me posted on that.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of new music. I mean, just people, again, supporting the music.
Yeah,
it's okay. We all like the classic rock. I fucking get it, but support new fucking music. Open up your fucking ears. Check out the new music that is going on.
And that's what it really comes down to. I mean, there's bands there's bands that I would kill for that have been around for 30 years, but they're still just pumping out new music. There's a band out of Finland that I will stab a bitch over called the 69 Eyes. Still putting out new music. They're coming back to the area on tour as well. So I'm going to be able to go and check them out again in a few months. So I'm really, really excited for that because I love everything about what they do. But
I learned about them from Ace. So.
Oh yeah, he hosted their documentary.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know about that. So okay.
Yeah, so when the 69 Eyes put out their West End album, which I think was the album right before their current one, you could get a deluxe version of it. I think off Nuclear Blast's website or something, but it comes with a documentary on 30 years of their history, and Ace is the narrator.
Wow, cool.
We Angel and I had Ace on the show for a little bit at Rockin' Pod, and we talked a little bit about him doing that documentary. And he was also the guitar player in Yerke's solo band for a short little run of shows they did on the West Coast, before COVID.
Okay.
So yeah, he's been into that stuff for sure. But yeah, love them for sure. But also just so much when it comes to newer bands and stuff like that. I've always loved the band the Black Veil Brides, and they're putting out consistent music and stuff like that. Kick and Valentina is about to put out their fourth record overall with DK. Their third record overall with DK. As two full lengths and one EP. But it's still just, it's great stuff. And it's really just about those new songs. And it kind of steers back to what we were talking about early in the episode was, is classic rock just going to be fucking pigeonholed into be it's only got to be the 70s and 80s. That is forever just what's going to be classic radio. Well,
yeah,
I'd like to think that, when I'm 90 years old and it's, 2070, that they'll be playing something a little bit different than Zeppelin and Aerosmith on 107 The Bay in Baltimore.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's been going on for so long, you know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
Me,
Do what, Angel?
no, I said, like the show Saturday with the bands that were playing,
Mm-hmm.
they were also selling merch. People were supporting them, and the venue, really liked the venue. The town, it was my first time there out in York, PA. But man, people just, if you're willing to spend a gazillion dollars to see a stadium act, think about how much you're paying to see a band. And here's an example with Saturday. Ticket was $10. $10 to see three bands. Silvertone had a VIP, which was very different, where you got the chance to hear an acoustic songs in their tour bus. And the VIP was only $40, which is very reasonable for a VIP. So $40, $10. Buying a shirt was reasonable because they were not taking a cut out of the bands. They were letting them keep the money.
Yep, we haven't even gotten to that topic yet, which we're about to.
Hell yeah.
So they're selling shirts for $20, selling the CDs for $10, $15. Okay, with the tickets, you don't want to bring your girlfriend, so it's $20. Total, you're spending $80. Parking is free. Like what more? Like what the fuck? Like $80 and buying a shirt, merch, ticket to the show. So that's the way that rock is going to be alive. And I think when Gene Simmons said in 2014 that rock is dead, what Gene Simmons meant, I remember the date because he wrote a story about it. So when Gene Simmons went on Rolling Stone magazine in September 7th, 2014 and said rock is dead, what he really meant was that rock is dying because people don't want to support the new bands, don't want to buy the music, buy the merch. That's what he actually means. And 10 years later,
and nobody wants to go see a show. They want to go see.
I'm in.
Right. And Ryan, you're right.
Just
dude, you pay $180
standing on stage playing.
Right. $17 for a double crown and a coat. And you know what? You still have a good freaking time. Like with Silvertone, I was like close up to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
What's that name again? Silver Tongue?
The band Silver Tongue.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I used to keep up with them a couple of years ago. So yeah.
The singer is just a badass. The singer, to me, he's just badass.
He's got long black hair or long dark hair or whatever. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I thought I was getting the same band in my head.
Here's my thing though. I get to that. You guys are just going to have to suffer through me bitching for a second.
Go ahead.
I respect what Gene is saying because, Angel, you're 100% right, and I think the context of what Gene meant in that statement. But here's also a problem, the problem I have, because they are also culprits when it comes to this. My biggest problem with the rock and metal community is we/they are our own worst gatekeepers. And I will die on the hill for this fight because nobody is going to fucking change my mind on it. We just saw fucking Kiss do a retardedly huge, long fucking farewell tour. And who was the opening band for that tour? Amber Wild. Great band. Liked them a lot. Great sound. Asterisk. Who's in that band? Paul's Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Amber Wild. Great. I thought they were great. But Paul's Kid was the band. Was in the band. That's his band. So you didn't see a band like a Silver Tongue get that opportunity. It's not that Kiss hasn't always done that way. Kiss had ZO2 with my late friend David Z on tour with them. And that was a huge thing for them. was having ZO2 when they got to play with that. But for example, again, getting back to my previous thing when I was criticizing Motley Crue's farewell tour, their opener was Alice Cooper, which again is incredibly stupid to do anyway. But they didn't bring out somebody new as almost like a torch pass, or even just somebody to help give that boost. Now, something I think would have been cooler for Motley to do, because I think it's more their style, if they didn't want to bring out somebody new, cool. But instead of bringing out Alice, I personally would have loved to have seen them do something more like a throwback to the Sunset Strip, almost similar to what they were doing with the stadium tour, but something that's a little bit more in that arena style, where I would have personally liked to see them go out with LA Guns, Faster Pussycat, and the Bullet Boys and do kind of a history of the Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
They wrapped up the tour back in LA anyway, and have it be very, very simple, because you don't want to drag everything out for the fans as well, but do something really fun and flirty. Give the Bullet Boys 30 minutes. Give Faster Pussycat 40 minutes. Give LA Guns 40 minutes. Let Motley do their hour and a half and send everybody home happy. That's what I would have liked to have seen. But I very rarely see bands of real celebrity power passing the torch or even giving a fighting chance to like a smaller band. I see it in other genres. I see big name bands, pop singers, R&B singers, rappers, genres I can't even stand, who are willing to bring a band that I know even less about, versus with somebody like the stadium tour. Hey, look, I think that's awesome. Motley, Def Leppard, Poison, Joan Jett, awesome. But you didn't see that. But with the exception of a small portion of it, they did have a band called Classless Act, who is fantastic, who did play a portion of that tour as well. So at least with that stadium tour, they definitely tried. But at the same time, you've already got 4 massive bands, and you're only going to have these guys on for like a second. But there's all these bands, Iron Maiden, Rob Zombie, amazing performers that I think really have an opportunity to strengthen the community, when, to be honest, I feel like they're actually stepping on more of the community, because we know that they're always going to be able to get those big shows, big arenas, make $1 million and be good to go.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you want to bring out a band that will be still running and gunning 15 years when maybe Rob is officially simply a movies guy, or now we have no Kiss? Motley Crue, it just is what it is. So I'm just going to say what it is. Have now, I guess, a little bit more gas in the tank now that they've got John 5, as opposed to what low amount of fuel they may or may not have had with Mick Mars. And don't get it twisted, fans. I'm not shitting on Mick. I love Mick. I've met Mick. We've talked. He's a great cat. I'm intrigued and interested to see John live. I haven't seen him in Motley yet, but I have seen the clips. He definitely fits. He looks right in that band, but he's not Mick. But his guitar playing second to none. And I'm absolutely, completely sure that he's killing it every night and letting everyone leave happy. And apparently there's a new Motley album coming out next year, which is, I can't pretend like I'm not excited for that, because frankly I am. But we're just going to have to wait and see. But that's my big thing when it comes to these situations, is I think that rock and metal bands do more to hurt their community than help their community.
I think you're right. In talking John 5, sorry, Angel, 1 second. In talking John 5, the only thing I don't like about John 5 is the fact that his tone is nothing like Mick's.
Yeah.
Mick had a killer tone, even when he played a damn Fender. I just don't think that Tilly's gonna it's not gonna be thick enough. But I'm a guitar, but that's just me.
No worries. It's interesting though, because he's always been a Telly guy, which is my least favorite guitar style wise, as far as the visual, because I think it looks like a piece of fucking toast. and I hate the way that guitar looks. Strangely enough,
It does, doesn't it? Now that you say that.
Yes, looks like a piece of fucking toast. Granted, it's sound, dude. That thing's a workhorse. It's a amazing guitar for years. Sounds great. There's reason why people play it. And the funny thing is, I've seen basses that are made with a telly body, and I think they look great for some reason. But traditional Fender tellies with that fucking slice of toast, thin neck, and that tiny little head up on the top there. Oh my God. Stylistically, visually, it's like my least favorite thing out there. I despise everything about those stupid looking things. But amazing tone, sound great. Just a little bit of me dies every time I see one live, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Les Paul type guy. You know?
Right.
I love Fender Strats too, but I'm definitely a Les Paul guy. But I tell you, Richie Kotzen's got a killer tone with a fucking with a telly. I mean, I can't
totally.
I don't understand it. I don't get it, man.
I've seen John live multiple times. In fact, he's playing back in the area in like February, and I'm planning to go out there and catch that his solo tour. But he always does
it a couple years ago.
And that's one of the reasons why I do think his tone can work, because he always does a medley of popular songs. And he'll go from a Van Halen song to a Motley song to a Poison song to a Marilyn Manson song to a Rob Zombie song seamlessly. That's one of the reasons why I do think it can work when it comes to him. But trust me, dude, you're a guitar guy. I'm a bass guy. Like, I get 100% where you're coming from. But all right, one more final topic before we spin around the table and cut everybody loose.
Okay.
Let's talk about merch cuts from venues. That's right. So here's the thing. Yes, agreed. Here's kind of an interesting thing that I wanted to bring up, because I want to get your guys' opinion on this, because it was a very, very interesting thing. So I went with Megan to see My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult a month ago. And I love them. You know, I love any kind of that kind of like electronic goth rock stuff. I've always been a super fan.
Neon Coven.
Was it a couple months ago now? Okay, a couple months ago. So anyway.
Did you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, no, say it again.
Neon Coven.
Yes, love them. I love everything about Neon Coven. Their vinyl is hanging on my wall over there. Love them.
Cool.
That's also an Ace fan. But anyway, and we've had Anthony, their singer, on the show.
Right.
So anywho, I happen to notice that they were selling their merch for some very strange prices when it came to their t-shirts. They were selling them for like $33 and $36, which were just very, very strange numbers. But when I got up to the table, I noticed they had a sign that said, "This venue takes merch cuts." So the price of our merch reflects that. Here's my thing. I think it was very ballsy, but in a good way, to put the venue on blast like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love Baltimore Soundstage. Don't get me wrong. They've been great to me. But I think it's ballsy to put a venue out on blast like that. It's also, it's just interesting as well. And people are going to see it from different ways. Here's my curiosity though. And this is the thing I couldn't really shake. You've upped your price of your merch, which is sold to your fans. These are the same fans that paid to see you. And some of them may have traveled to see you. Is it morally correct to basically force your fans to pay and cover your misfortune?
No. Not in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I was out on the road, and I mean, I did Wingers merch a couple of times, and I did John's every damn night, you know. And some places didn't want a cut.
Yeah.
Some places did want to, you know, most everybody wanted a cut. And I asked, are you selling? And they'd go, no, you're selling. Oh, okay. And you know what I did? I walked out the motherfucking door at the end of the night and didn't pay them a motherfucking cent.
Mhm.
Fuck you. And
Yeah.
you know what John said? Thank you. Fuck
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And the ones, you know, to be honest with you, the very first show in Atlanta was Live Nation.
Mhm.
I brought the stuff in. They said, hey, we're selling blah, blah, blah. If we need any extra, you count out, I want this amount of this and everything, blah, blah, blah. If I run out, I'll text you and you can bring me some more stuff. We keep up, blah, blah, blah. And dude, they took 15%.
Mhm.
And that was fine. He sold it. I didn't have to do shit. I think I took him a couple extra pick packs or some shit. I forget what it was, you know, and everywhere else. And dude, I was doing killer. I'm John's good luck charm. I fucking sell the fuck out of his shit. But you know, we had to reorder shirts 3 damn times while we were on the road for 2 months. We had to reorder CDs. We had to reorder pick packs. Fuck, I can't remember what all. But we had, you know, a lot of shit.
I still need to get my John book.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, hey, I'll work on that for you. But you know, some of them wanted 10% for hard, and your hard is your book and your CD, and your soft is everything else. So they wanted 20% on soft, 10% on hard, and John goes, fuck you. You didn't pay to have that goddamn CD fucking recorded. You didn't do this. They're not getting shit on hard.
Yeah.
He said, that's bullshit. You know, some of them cornered me and wanted me to pay them. And you know what? They got paid. Did they get paid what the fuck we made? Fuck no.
Nope.
And I'll say that out loud, and I'll tell every fucking one of them, next time you won't get a fucking cent from John Karabi. Not if I'm fucking there.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's bullshit. It'll never fucking happen again. Fuck you. Now, if you want to sell it, you get 15% and that's it. But the thing is, it was in every one of John's contracts because Tom Kiefer, of course, did everything by the fucking book. Everything, you know how much they sold their shirts for? 40. Winger sold their shirts for 40. I sold John. John said, what should I sell them for? I said, fuck, 35. Some of the venues were like, oh, these need to be 40. And I'd go, okay. And I sold them for 35. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
you're not going to tell me what to fucking do. You're not my fucking boss. John is.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where the venue was trying to be like, you can't sell your stuff cheaper than the headliner.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Tom Kiefer did not give a shit, dude, what we sold our stuff for.
Nothing would make me happier than for Angel and I to get this fucking train running at a level to where I can sell the TMS shirts for $40.
Mm-hmm.
That would rock.
Yeah, no shit.
But the bottom line is I sell them for 20. I sell them for a fighting amount. It's 20 flat if I'm the one physically putting it in your hand. If I have to send it to you, I don't want to go for the throat, but I simply cover what the packages would cost me, which is about $5 per shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, when it costs me about $1.50. It costs me about $1 to get an envelope. It costs me about $6, $6.50 to ship.
Right.
So
you're actually cutting into your profit a little bit.
I prefer to do it that way.
Yeah. Amen.
Because the fact of the matter is, I do sell the shirts not much more than I pay for them anyway to get them.
Right.
So I don't mind cutting a little bit in because I still need to set the show up for success.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I totally get that.
But the bottom line is I'm a fan too. I go to shows. I like to buy things. And I would prefer to be able to buy things and have a little bit of money still left in my pocket than clear out my wallet because of the prices of what things are. But here's the other thing I was saying, like when it came to the prices of the Colt merch, I think it had more to do. I think the reason I was as bothered as it was is while nobody's stupid,
Mm-hmm.
and the fans, I'm sure, understand that stuff is taken into consideration if bands have to pay out in certain ways.
Right.
I think what bothered me more than anything is that Colt put it on Front Street. This venue takes a cut from us, so these merch prices reflect that.
Yeah.
You're putting it on Front Street to your fans that we are forcing you to cover our losses. And I think that's what bothered me more than anything.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, and from my point of view, I used to sell my shirts for 20, and I said, and after talking to John, John's my mentor, and so is Chips enough. Both of them are, and I talked to both of them, and they're like, dude, what are your shirts worth? I said, I don't know. He said, well, what do you think they're worth? He said, sell them for what you're worth. So you know what? I got home, I started selling for 30 and 35. If they had front and back, they went for 35. If they had just the front, they went for 30. I don't give a fuck if I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it's my worth. I put my heart and soul into that shit, into the music. So I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying you do have to build your thing up, and don't get me wrong. I've probably given away more shit than I've ever sold. So, I'm not trying to preach, but it's but coming from them, I see that, because Chip sells his shirts for 35 and 40. Everybody does. 1985, I went and saw Rat, my first ever rock concert. Bought their shirt, your Invasion of Your Privacy, purple shirt with the chick on the front, and Invasion of Your Privacy, $15 freaking dollars.
Which at that time is like, what?
Yeah. In 85, that was high as a fucking giraffe's ass. But now it's like, dude, I wish,
No, but I hear you when it comes to that. And it's the same thing. There's stuff that I'm more than happy to take care of because it matters to me. It matters to the people that I'm giving it to or sending it to. And it also matters to what the agenda will benefit. So just because I got tied up over the last couple of days, I'm going to the post office tomorrow with a Metal Smmit shirt for our good friend DK Ravel of Kickin' Valentina.
There you go.
They got a new album coming out. They're all over the road. They tour regularly. They go to Europe.
It's worth it. That's fucking promotion.
DK hit me up within like minutes of the first time I ever made a post that we finally have shirts. And he was like, save me a large, dude. I want one. I'm like, done.
Wake up, Angel.
My friends in my friends in Vampires Everywhere, Michael and Jesse, who have both been on the show. Handed them 2 shirts when I saw them in Harrisburg recently. It's like, that's for you guys. Thank you for doing my show. My shirts are definitely your style. And same thing with Maggie and CM of Illusions of Grandeur. Those are friends. Those are family. They're 2 very, very important people to me. They have supported this show ridiculously even before they were even on it. And I was like, no, guys, have some shirts. It's all good because I know you guys will wear these and stuff like that. It's all just about like that little stuff. I've got my 13 South shirt, dude.
Oh,
so like, Angel has his.
Yeah.
So it's all that.
It's funny. Back in the early 2000s, I had a band called The Outsiders and became really good friends with Kevin Martin, Candlebox. And I'm a huge Candlebox fan. And I gave Kevin a shirt. And he wore it on stage to shows, and dude, they were fucking, they had a lot of people fucking come to shows and shit, which, nothing ever I don't know if it did any good, but people did go, "Oh, cool! What shirt is that?" And stuff, because I actually heard people ask, but it's worth it, man. It's promotion, it's marketing, it's it's a trick of the trade,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be smart.
I've worn your shirt in past episodes.
Oh yeah, I know, I've seen it. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
And so that's really what it comes down to and stuff like that. But let's end it. But let's end this episode on a happy note.
Yeah.
But we got you, man. We love you. We know everything that's going on with you, man, and we're
Hey,
doing
man,
our
I
best to
appreciate it.
support you and look out for you. But let's just talk a little bit about 2024, man. What are you looking forward to? What are you looking for? And let's talk some happiness as best as we can, brother.
Well, to be honest, I don't know. This year, I want to redo my. I thought about redoing my podcast, starting back doing my podcast. I started doing one a few weeks ago, talking football, because that's my two loves, football and music. And I just can't get into it. And I don't know why. One day I want to play music, the next day I don't. One day I want to record, the next day I don't. One day I want to go to a show, the next day I don't. I want to put a band together, the next day I don't. It's, I'm hoping things change.
Yeah.
My psyche sucks. I still look good. My health doesn't look like I got, shit wrong with me, but I do. But after a few more chemo things, I'll look like fucking Crypt Keeper. But a few more chemo rounds. But like you said, happy stuff. I don't know, man. Last year I was nominated for a song on for the Josie Awards, which is the big independent music awards in Nashville. Didn't win, but hell, it's great to be nominated. Out of 59,000 entries, they only took 2%, and I made it just as a nominated. That's fucking amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no shit. So I'm still gonna write stuff. I do want to do a band, but I am very not ADD, but I feel like I'm, what's that word? Bipolar.
OCD?
Well, bipolar, because one minute I'm one way and the next minute I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
I can't make up my mind. I can't pull the trigger on anything, and that sucks. But I look for it to be a big year. I sent in a thing to Michael Sweet's daughter. She's the one that kind of manages the band and stuff like that. Alyssa Sweet, I think it is. Anyway, I know her from years back. Anyway, I sent a thing into her because they're going on tour with for an acoustic unplugged show tour, and I was like, "Hey, I'm cheap as a motherfucker. Put me on tour with them. That's a way to get your name out there.
Yeah.
So there's things out there. I'll always play shows with John. When he does acoustic stuff. I don't know. I'm going to play in LA. We're going to have another one of these another benefit concert in Cincinnati. Probably going to be May. So and that's something I may talk to y'all about, coming and being the host. Because we had Mark Gus Scott. Huh?
You just gave me an idea though for a road trip.
Oh, okay.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati to host the show.
There you go.
Count me in, dude.
Yeah. Like I said, we had Mark Gus Scott do the first one. That was great. Not sure who we're going to get for the second one, but we'll see. John knows a lot of people out in LA. So
right. For May, I know the first week is M3, the first weekend.
Oh yeah, no. This will be probably further down. So
I don't know.
For some reason, I'm thinking 18th or 19th or something like that. I'm not sure. So
I'm down to host it. Count me in.
Okay.
So Cincinnati,
We'll definitely.
girls, I'm coming.
Dude, the girls in the South look way better than up north. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what David Lee Roth was talking about, the Midwest farmer's daughter. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, but yeah, man. Other than that, I do have a bucket list. Definitely going to see. I'm going to a football game at Notre Dame next year. Told my wife she had to take me, so she's planning on that. I do want to go see Penn State play because that's probably my favorite college team, and I just want to go to Notre Dame just because of the atmosphere, the everything, the band coming through and all that shit, and coming into the stadium and being there. But anyway, that's just me, football head. And then music, I don't know, man. I guess go to as many shows as I can without. I gotta go to some new shit. Oh, Anthrax is putting out a new album.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be coming here. That'll be great.
That would be awesome. Hey, Blevins, you got a question there that popped up, brother. I think you're the proper man to answer Kyle's question.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm Blevins Vox. Hit me up and I'll let you know for sure because I am not sure. I know it's John Karabi's store, but it's on his website, and I think it's just johnkarabi.com. So check that out. But if not, if it doesn't work, hit me up at Blevins Vox on Facebook. So,
yeah, man, absolutely, brother. Angel, what are you looking forward to in 2024, bro?
I am definitely looking forward to more rock shows. Like I said, I definitely want to host the event in Cincinnati in May, so it'll be cool to do.
Well, maybe May, June, something like that.
Right. Yeah, so definitely look forward to doing that. Visiting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I'll coincide with both trips just to knock it 2 in 1.
I haven't done it yet. I want to.
Right. Looking forward to see more rock shows, just having more fun. I mean, I'm a year older, so definitely gonna have more fun.
We ain't getting no damn younger, that's for sure.
No.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm got
single, so getting late is on the list.
There you go.
Hey. Well,
I'm not single, but that's still on the list, man. That's that's how we roll.
You are so dead if she's listening.
Yes, absolutely. Kyle, come find me during that show, brother. I'll be there.
Hey,
we'll have a drink.
Piercy is coming to Baltimore. Now, is that coming to Baltimore, or is that M3, or is he doing both?
He's doing both, actually.
Okay.
He's playing
cool.
in 2 weeks. He's playing Rams Head Live in Baltimore.
Okay.
And then he's playing.
Tell Scotty, if you see Scotty, tell Scotty Chris Blevins said, hey.
Yeah, I will, definitely. For sure.
Love Coogan. Coogan's, dude, that dude's a freak on the drums. He's a
I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll be curious to see who's actually playing bass, which I believe it's actually Matt Thorne. I think Matt Thorne is back with them from the original Mickey Rat.
Shit. Wow.
But I also know that because he's had Robbie Crane play with him for a long time as well. And when I saw Piercy the last time at M3, I got a personal thrill because everybody knows what a crazy big Danzig fan I am. And Jerry Montano was playing bass with him for that.
Oh, okay.
Who played with Danzig for a while, including the Circle of Snakes album. So that was super duper awesome. So I'll definitely awesome, Kyle. Looking forward to it, bro. Yeah, so that'll definitely be cool. But yeah, no, I mean 2024 just want a lot of great stuff. I mean, we've got the Fan Jam coming up next month. We got Piercy in a couple of weeks. We got M3, the regular Monster Mania festival that I love, cons that I love so much. They've got 4 of those scheduled this year, so that'll be awesome to get to go to all of those. And Megan and I are also planning to hit up.
Sometimes y'all name bands sometimes y'all name a band and it just gets him and fucking Twist a Cane, fucking just down. Yep. I get shit stuck in my head all the time. I'm a music freak, man.
Nah, totally, man.
Sorry about that. Go ahead. I hated to interrupt.
No, you're good, man. But there's also a couple cool little things that Megan and I are looking forward to. We're planning to stay at the Buffalo Bill House from Silence of the Lambs. They turned that into a bed and breakfast.
Oh, so we're shit.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to staying there. We're planning another trip to Salem later this year to go to the Endless Night Vampire Ball. So that'll be a lot of fun for us to go and do. So definitely a lot of good stuff for sure, man. But Metal Summoners, we appreciate you guys so much. Blevins, we always appreciate you, man. We love you. Thanks for popping on and rocking out with us. Our love to Psycho Steve for joining us today as well. And of course, always appreciate my partner in crime, Angel and Alamo, rocking out with me and holding it down. And for the fans that are watching right now, I want to give you guys a little gift because I confirmed it actually during the episode. The official guest announcement will come out over the weekend, but as a special gift to you guys, mixed with an apology because rock and roll happens, and unfortunately we didn't have the guests that you were expecting this evening, but we are being joined by Atomic Kings next week. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you guys are familiar with Atomic Kings, you know that features our beloved TMS alumni, Greg Chason from, who knows, Badlands.
Oh, no. Oh, cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
There we
we're
go.
going to have the band Atomic Kings with us next week. So that is going to be a lot of fun to have Greg back on the show, and he's bringing the band with him. He's like, yeah, man, we got rehearsal. Are you down for having the whole band? I'm like, hell yeah. But they got new music out as well. So that'll be a lot more fun for us, for myself and Angel, to talk to a band as well that has a long history or members with a long history that are still putting out new and kick-ass music. So that's going to be very, very good. So my gift to you fans that are watching us right now, the early announcement of Atomic Kings for next week, and the regular guest announcement will come out over the weekend for everybody else. So we appreciate you guys so much. Be good. Have a great rest of your weekend. On behalf of Blevins Vox, on behalf of Angel Alamo, on behalf of the Real Psycho Steve and myself, make sure that you're checking out Fan Jam for MCW Wrestling in Joppa, Maryland for February 4th. Make sure you're checking out the I Heart Horror event February 10th with Psycho Steve hosting.
I Heart Horror?
I Heart Horror, yes.
Damn, that's a tough one to say to you.
I know, for real, dude. And make sure that you're catching Blevins Vox on Facebook, as well as everything that's going on with 13 South and their pages. Make sure that you're following Angel at Angel Alamo 78 on Instagram, as well as his personal page on Facebook. Myself, you can find me at Just a R&R Junkie on Instagram. You can also find my Salem J Music page on Facebook, as well as my regular page as well. But also make sure that you're following us on all of our pages. Like you guys know that we simulcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So make sure that you guys are following our Instagram page for the Metal Summit, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter /X, and all that great stuff. But in particular, definitely make sure that you guys are subscribing to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, since that's where we go live. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys in a week for another episode. We look forward to it. But let me kick it over to Angel real quick.
Where can we find you, Lawrence?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
On social media.
Pretty much everything is 13 South music. .com, 13 South Music on Instagram, 13 South Music on TikTok, Blevins Vox on all of those and stuff too. So yeah. Why are you up so late?
I'm feeding the cat.
Messing with my wife. I told her I was going to be on here for 5 minutes. She's probably like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Blame it on me. I apologize. I told him he could come on for 5 minutes.
Blame it on the drugs. Just say no, but we're always saying yes to the DRUGS. Thank you guys so much, Metal Summoners. We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Be good to each other. Look out for each other. Horns up, fangs out. We'll see you guys in a week. Again,
Go
thank you so much
check out local music.
Pardon?
Go check out local music.
Yes, definitely make sure that you guys are getting out to local music. Thank you so much to Kyle, to Ryan, to Brian, to Lisa, to all of you Metal Summoners that have been chiming in and saying what's up to us throughout the evening.
Yes,
we'll see you guys in a week. You guys take care of yourselves and have a great one. See you guys in 7.